Yo, what's up? This is exactly continuing this love fest, this wonderful, hope-filled love fest for a movie I love called Precious, a movie I love to hate. This one is about the underlying messages of Precious, what it gives off, what goes into your fucking subconscious and you don't even realize it. You know, a couple of these are going to be outside of the movie itself, but it's still in the ether out there. You know what I mean? Out there in the ether. And it's still going to hit your brain. You know what I'm saying? So let's just go right into it. The first one is fantasizing about her white math teacher. This is Precious. And fantasizing about her light skinned boyfriend. What's the underlying message there? That the dark skinned main character is unloved, unwanted, and it's better to be white or close as white as possible. This even includes the lesbian teacher. You see what I mean? Even Mariah Carey. You see what I mean? All kind of saviors in that. You know what I mean? So fucked up. Look behind that shit. You know what I mean? This even kind of goes into that whole doll test thing where they ask, kids which doll is pretty, which one is ugly. It's because of shit like this. This is fucked up. All right, number two. Subpar intelligence and speech of a slave rising up to a basic level of intelligence. All right, I'm gonna talk like Precious does in the movie. She talks just like from the fucking movie Roots. Some of you are younger, you don't know about that, but okay. So she talks like this, and the words are spelled completely horrible. But I had my first child when I was 12 by my father. I'd say my baby have Down syndrome. My math teacher told me to open up my math book to page 122. Looked like 152 to me. I don't know what they look like. All the pages look the same to me. That's exactly what she fucking sounds like in the book. I mean, that's the voice I hear in my head. You know what I mean? Down syndrome for Down syndrome. Father is father, Fhaver. Math book is Maff, math. You know? And saying like turn to page 122 like she's never looked at fucking numbers before. I can understand if she was from a different country, like, excuse me, if she was like from fucking Thailand or something like that, where you have a completely different system of looking at letters and you've never seen numbers like this before. But she's in junior high. She's had to count cash. She's had to put like food in the skillet as big as she is and shit like that. She knows what fucking numbers look like. But no, 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 no. All right, next one. All the raping, beating, and psychological cruelty is done by straight people. What's the underlying message there? The gays come in to save the day. That's Miss Blue Rain, right? Which is basically Sapphire. That's herself. She put herself in there. That's Ramona Lofton. Nothing to explain there, right? Let all the straight people be all fucked up, and we lesbians, we know how to take care of them. We're wiser than them. All right, next one, showcasing black women. Excuse me, in an unattractive, vile, hostile, and bizarre way. Um, This one I really hate. I really detest the whole imagery of the black women here. All the imagery of the black women are the things I just previously said, except for, once again, the lesbian teacher, which is Ramona. You know what I mean? Look at all the women in the movie. Even the kids around Precious are unattractive. It is such an ugly made movie. It's sort of like, I mean, like I said, I have nothing against the people in the movie, but it's the fucking content and the reasoning behind it. It's fucked up. Next one. Oprah and Tyler Perry promoting Precious. What's the underlying message about that? Well, they have a lot in common. First one is that they're both survivors of sexual abuse. Nothing funny about that at all. Both are self made billionaires. That is surely not fucking funny right there. They can squash anybody, right? And then last, the thing that they have in common is that they both are black women who emasculate black men. I mean, that's what Tyler Perry is. And if Tyler Perry is willing to become a black woman and emasculate black men, you will fit right along with Oprah. You know, she's all about the woman nation. slash the AKA the Black Woman Nation. You know what I mean? That's what I meant to say. All right, next one. Sapphire and Lee Daniels' Precious Agenda. Now, what's the underlying message with their agenda? This one you might have to kind of do some research and read between the lines if you kind of use your conscious mind, if you kind of think, you know what I'm saying? So both of them are controversial. Sapphire writes really uh, just sensationalism poetry and belligerent things on purpose. She's hostile to even other writers and other people just because whatever she thinks she writes is fucking gold. You know what I mean? And that's my phone, but I'm not going to answer it. Ah, it's going to ring some more times, I think. Nope. Okay. And then Lee Daniels. He's also controversial because he made a movie with Kevin Bacon called The Woodsman. He was a pedophile. He made Monsters Ball. He also did this movie called Shadowboxer with Cuba Gooding Jr. fucking his half mother, who is also this white woman. He's like in his 30s. She's in his 60s. He's a perv. He's a fucking perv. And yes, he's openly gay. She's lesbian. So what is their agenda for that, right? Well, for her, she's undermining the male influence. She only cares about sensationalism and things like that, but she doesn't care about straight women. She wants lesbians to be the saviors and the heroes. Most of you women are praising her. She doesn't give a fuck about you. If anything, she wants to fuck you, but she doesn't believe in the same value system that you have. So you're fucked in the head if you think you can really, bond with her. All right. Number two, Lee Daniels, he doesn't give a shit about women, straight or lesbian. You know what I mean? He cares about dudes. So you guys can do whatever you want. He is strictly there for a fucking paycheck and to make his millions of dollars and go on to the next project. That's why he has no problem seeing Halle Berry fuck, I don't know, 3 white guys in one movie. I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't give a shit. He wants to see gay men. Okay? And last but not least, all the Oscar buzz about Caucasians about the movie Precious. So this is going to join the ranks of Training Day and Monsters Ball. So what is Hollywood telling you? What is it telling me? What is it telling me as a black man? Well, the message I'm getting is that you love to see my people amoral, cruel, vindictive, ghetto, because what? Denzel didn't get shit for Malcolm X, right? But as soon as he becomes a corrupt, thuggish type, police officer, we gave you some shit. And then Halle Berry, you know what I mean? Not that she's like the greatest actress, but most people remember her for 3 things, It's what? She was a crack addict in Jungle Fever. And then Monsters Ball, she was some ghetto skank. That's the best way I can come up with, right? With a fat child that looked like he could be Precious's son or brother. And then the last thing would be Storm from the X-Men. Some of you might not even remember that shit, but, that's me, right? So, yeah, here's another ghetto movie that they're going to nominate. So that tells you where they like to see you. Anytime we do anything where we're beautiful, where we are articulate, where we are powerful and exerting ourselves to a better place, they don't say shit because it scares the fucking shit out of them and it pisses me off. Anyway, I'm going to do another one. That's going to be number 5. Look for that one. And it's basically about black women liking these types of movies because I've noticed a trend over the decades of seeing movies like this. And I'm going to address it in the next one. Exactly. I'm done. Fucking tired of this shit.